The Air 3 and the Mini 4 Pro were released only a month apart, an unusual move by DJI. In this video I will concentrate on the photography sides, to see which one to choose for users mainly interested in photography. I will dive into image quality and feature for photography later on in this video, but first of all let's analyze some major differences in the design of the two models. In many ways they target two different types of users. The Mini 4 Pro is a lightweight drone, below the critical threshold of 250 grams for more relaxed regulations, especially in urban environments. It is extremely portable and fits easily into a small bag, ideal for hiking or cycling. But the lightweight comes at a price. To remain below the threshold, every gram must be shaved off, especially for a model packed with features. This model feels a bit flimsy, and nowhere near the Air 3 in terms of build quality, power, speed and wind resistance. The smaller model can rotate the camera from the classic horizontal position to vertical, an important feature for social media, although more used for footage than for still images. The Mini 4 Pro is the more affordable of the two. You can check the prices for all the different configurations of the two models in the description. The Air 3 was built without any weight constraint, and it feels very solid. It seems to be able to stand all sorts of knocks. It is very powerful and capable of flying into strong winds, with an announced wind resistance of 12 meters per second versus 10.7 for the Mini 4 Pro. It is also much faster, especially when ascending or descending, with a vertical speed double the one of the smaller model. The Air 3 weighs 720 grams, almost 3 times more, but I still consider it very portable. It fits in the same DJI small bag and is not too much of a burden to carry when hiking. Both models have omnidirectional obstacle avoidance and state-of-the-art signal transmission, thanks to the new remote control with external antennas and the new Oculus X 4. The Air 3 has an announced battery life of a whopping 46 minutes versus 34 for the Mini 4 Pro, although a plus battery is available for the lighter model that brings the flight time to the same level as the Air 3, but it comes at a cost and it is not available here in all Europe. The Mini 4 Pro is aimed at users who are stepping into this hobby with less paperwork needed. It is also useful as a second drone for professional or semi-pro photographers who own the Mavic 3 and use the Mini when they have to pack lights or for urban shootings. The Air 3 gives a more enjoyable and safe flying experience, and it is the one to choose for users living in windy areas. If I go for a week of shooting in Iceland or Michigan, I know which one I will put on my bag. The Air 3 has also an extremely important feature, the one that makes all the difference, for many users the deal maker, a dual lens system with a second telephoto lens, but more about it later on. The main wide-angle lens of the Air 3 is the same size as the one of the Mini 4 Pro, 1/1.3 inches. Both have a field of view at 24 mm, an extremely wide aperture of f1.7, a photo resolution of 12 megapixels, and a 48 megapixel photo mode. But is it the same sensor? This is a big mystery. According to many YouTubers, forums and some well-known websites, the Air 3 has a stacked sensor, a relatively new technology that gives better results compared to sensors from previous generations. But if the Air 3 has a newer, improved sensor technology, surely DJI would advertise it. The specs of the sensor are not mentioned anywhere by DJI. Also, assuming that the Air 3 has a stacked sensor, what about the Mini 4 Pro and the Mini 3 Pro? Here again there is no info about it by DJI. I am inclined to believe that all the three models have a stack sensor, but I cannot state it for sure. In my comparison of the Mini 4 Pro to the Mini 3 Pro and in the one of the Air 3 versus the Mini 4 Pro, I have noticed an improvement in image quality in the new models. According to DJI, they are equipped with an enhanced smart photo algorithm compared to the Mini 3, which could explain the difference. Let's see if we can spot major differences in image quality between the Mini 4 Pro and Air 3, due either to a different sensor or to image processing. Weather conditions here vary very quickly this time of the year, and I was caught by the rain a couple of times during the shooting. So the images are not always taken with the two models immediately alternating, but I have tried to match the light conditions as much as possible. To me, the two models show a very similar amount of detail in all conditions. There is a slight difference in chromatic rendition, but I cannot say which one I prefer. I find them both very pleasing. The differences are not easy to spot when the images are uploaded on a video. This is why I have organized downloadable files of all the photos of this video in my blog, so that you can better check the quality. You will find the link in the description. The images taken with the Air 3 are practically noiseless. While the Mini 4 Pro shows a tiny amount of noise, but only in very deep crops, nothing to worry about. For editing all the images I have used Luminar Neo. He has a denoising tool that does an excellent job. You will find info about Luminar Neo in the description, together with a discount coupon. You can watch my video about it by clicking on the link on the screen. Night photography is an area where the Mini 3 Pro shows astonishing qualities. The relatively small sensor, paired with the extra-wide aperture, yields excellent results in low light, a big step forward compared to previous models. The two new models push the level even further, with astonishing detail in the shadows and beautiful colors. They are again very similar, maybe I slightly prefer the colors of the Mini 4 Pro. And now the most important feature, the secret weapon of the Air 3, the 70mm moderate telephoto lens. When I started using drones over 10 years ago, the image quality was much lower compared to traditional DSLR cameras. But the thing that I missed the most was the possibility to swap lenses of different focal lengths. The second lens opens up new possibility for reaching targets we cannot get close to, like urban scenes or wildlife, for more compression of the different layers of a scene, or for a different point of view of the same subject. To me, it is probably the most important feature in a drone. Utilizing the dual lens system, I can efficiently capture all the images I need of a specific location during a brief photo shoot. The sensor of the telephoto lens has the same size as the wide angle, but the aperture is smaller at f2.8. So the images are slightly darker, with a bit more than one stop of difference. The quality is excellent. In my opinion, the images have a touch of extra contrast and very rich colors. The Air 3 did not get the deserved attention on social media. It was somehow overshadowed by the Mini 4 Pro, a very popular drone released only a month later. Both models have excellent photo quality, but for me the flexibility given by the second lens is a game changer. The Air 3 is the one I put in my bag most of the time. Click on this link to watch my other videos about photography with Mini 4 Pro. And don't forget to hit the like button if you found this video interesting. Thank you.